Oh.
All right.
Make sure they can see your funky little face. And, oh, I gotta refresh this because, see, now we can see ourselves. We don't want the volume on, obviously, but this is where people will chat. We don't have to type back because we can just talk to them.
Okay. Skip.
Oh, I didn't see it was up there yet. But we are a little early because I accidentally hit. Oh, I'm looking at the clock and it's like 1:41. That doesn't make any sense, but that's the timer for the pot roast. So usually I start off the videos letting people know that if you're watching this after it's live and you don't see the chat on the side, you have to wait like till the next day for YouTube to catch up. For some reason it doesn't sync up very well. But say we now have 4 people watching. Don't start smiling trying to get people to say, oh, look at how cute he is. But usually they will say hello in the chat so that we know who is here. So as you 4 who are here can see, I have a little guest who actually put up his own YouTube channel on my board here. He made me put a board behind me.
Yes.
And I'll share his channel. He does like, what is it?
So I play Roblox a lot, and I just play games a lot. So usually I'm like doing games on my channel and stuff. So.
Yeah, so it's usually video game type things, and now I've pinned this to the top. So that means that that's going to always stay up there even when there's chat going on. So that way people can find you. We just had 5, now we dropped to 4.
Oh no.
Oh no.
They saw my face and they
left. They were like, ugh, hideous, I'm out. I didn't realize pinning it would leave it on the screen like that for us to see. But hopefully everyone had a great Thanksgiving. We had a kind of relaxing Thanksgiving because we went out to a restaurant.
Yeah.
Uh-oh, we lost another one. Boy, you are hideous. But hopefully you guys had a great Thanksgiving and now are relaxing after all of that work. So I don't know who's here or who would like to say hello. Uh-oh, we dropped down to 2.
Good
Boy,
Lord,
you are really bad. You were like a curse. But anyways, we'll see how it goes. I mean, if we don't get a lot of people joining in, it'll probably be just a short little live. But, so on your channel, you're usually showing like how you make things or how you play things?
How I play games and like tutorials and guides and stuff like that.
Right. Yeah, because I see a lot of, that's Roblox.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so, yes, he does a lot of gaming stuff, a lot of gaming stuff. What?
Stephanie?
Yeah, that's just one of my friends. She lives in the UK.
I thought it was Stephanie, like the
No,
one
no,
you
no.
live with.
No. No, uh-oh, we dropped down to 1.
Good Lord, we're losing.
Yeah.
It's a curse.
It's a curse.
It's...
We started a little early because I accidentally hit the button, but we're about 3 minutes in and just waiting for people to chat with. So if you have anything you'd like to say, anything you'd like to ask, now would be the time to do so.
Well, I guess the board. You want to do the board? We don't have many people.
We have one person. What are you going to do with the board?
So, some information.
You know what? Look at it's showing up backwards.
Oh, wait. Alright.
You didn't take that into account, did you? Because of the position of the camera, like if I were able to turn the camera that way, but then we wouldn't be able to see what was happening.
Well, the next live is in 2 weeks.
Yeah.
His birthday is on Thursday.
Yeah.
Um,
That was his choice to put that on there, not mine.
this is just his channel.
Hey, it's Chris. Oh, why am I typing? I'm typing back to Chris. Hi, Chris. That's what I meant to say. I don't know why I was typing it.
This is mine. And the trivia question is, what was Roy's first video?
Yeah. Chris just got back from visiting her grandson, and I have mine with me. I don't know why I tortured myself this way, but he came over because we're going to watch Dear Santa. So the first thing we did was he came over, we started a pot roast going, we got this ready, we're going to make some 2-ingredient fudge real quick, then watch Dear Santa. So we have plans going on. So I'm sure you had a great visit with your grandson, Chris. Hopefully we get some more people joining in. I told Brian that he keeps scaring people away. You know what? Look, you're kind of going off the edge there.
Oh no.
What the heck? Cross this one off my list. Next update. No, remind me tomorrow. My laptop wanted to update. I made the pumpkin creamer again. Yes, it's always so good to see him. I'm glad you like that pumpkin creamer. I just had some myself this morning. I'm really kind of pushing it because it is past the 2 weeks. I said, remind me tomorrow. Why does this thing keep popping up? But yeah, I just had some, because I have like 5 bottles of creamer in my fridge. I've been trying to use it in my cereal, oh my God. Here we go again. Pick a time. I'll just pick a time and shut it up. There, schedule. So, but yeah, I have to make some new creamers once I'm done with what I do have. I should get rid of the first 3, the holiday ones, but I really do enjoy them. So far, I've pushed it past the 2 weeks. And I think as long as it's within the time of the milk, and almond milk lasts forever, I think it should be fine. So if I feel any adverse effects later, it's because I had to have that pumpkin creamer. Now, Chris, do you only have the one grandson, or do you have other grandchildren? I didn't know if you'd go live with the holiday weekend. I wasn't going to, actually, because I made plans to bring Brian over, just the one. I made plans to bring Brian over, and I'm like, oh, this is the weekend I do the live. And I was like, he keeps asking to do a video again. So, oh, he's 15? Yeah, I think the oldest one we have is 23, I think. Yeah, I think so. And then you're not the last one. Cohen's the last one after you, I think.
Yeah.
So he's a little bit younger than you. Oh, from your son that passed away. So do you get to see him often or no? I'm sorry to hear your son passed. But yeah, so I figured he keeps asking to do a video every time he comes over, and I was like, well, I'll just have him come onto the live. I did tell him to watch his mouth because this is live and we can't take anything out. So, what? Oh, I'm sorry. Not often. Yeah, I see him a little too often. Yeah, I bet, Chris. I totally get that. I have my niece who, like, I was like my first niece. She's now in Florida with her children, so I hardly ever get to see her anymore. I don't even really talk to her too often because she's very busy with 3 children, but I know what it's like not to be able to see them that often. And we were down to 2, now we're back up to 3. So somebody must have said, ew, that kid is disgusting, let me get out of here. And then they said, well, maybe he's not that bad, let me go back and check.
Mm-hmm.
Is that what it was? Okay,
Yep.
just checking. Now we're up to 4.
Oh yeah, we're having a pot roast today.
Yeah, that's the first thing we did when we got in because we got back just about 1 o'clock. Hey, Kathy. We got back around 1 o'clock and had to rush and get the pot roast started. That's going to be on the stove for like 4 hours, so we don't really have to touch it much except for turning the meat every now and again. Then after that, we're going to make some quick fudge. I showed it in my video, I think a couple years ago before Christmas, where it's just a jar of peanut butter and a jar of frosting. You microwave them, mix them together, and it becomes fudge. And it's really good. But I did notice when we went to the store, because it suggested, oh, he's 33 and still lives at home. Well, at least you get to see him all the time. Maybe that's a good thing, maybe not. I don't know. I know we had this one living with us for a while, and oh my God.
It was amazing, right?
It was the best ever. But anyway, when I went to the store, I noticed we were looking for the peanut butter. We picked up the frosting. And the peanut butter, it calls for an 18-ounce jar, and I noticed that now they've dropped them. You know how they do. They'll, instead of raising the prices, they keep the price the same and then give you a little bit less. So now it's actually like between 16 to 16 and a half ounces that you get. Skippy, I think, was 16.3, but he wanted Jif because that's what he uses. So that was 16. I'm sure it will still come out fine, but
It'll be awful.
if it is, then you just have to eat it all yourself. But
It's my fault for that 0.3 ounces.
it is. It is. If it comes out wrong, it's because we didn't have Skippy for 0.3 ounces. And it's all Brian's fault.
Yep.
But, oh yes, I just noticed someone gave a thumbs up. Remember to please give us a thumbs up. And if you have any questions, anything, like Nancy is one of the subscribers. She, after the first creamer video, she came up asking if I could do the chocolate caramel and the vanilla. So, hey Sherry. Oh, is Kool in Georgia? My aunt lives in Georgia. She lives in Marietta. So, and it's funny because I remember a few years back, there was like, maybe it was when all that ice and stuff was going on in like Texas. And
Nice to see you too.
it's very, I saw images like of cars on the highway that were all like all over the place from like a little bit of slush and stuff. And my aunt was like, oh, I wasn't going out in that. I'm like, you grew up in New England. What the heck are you worried about? But it's probably more because the other people weren't sure how to drive and that kind of thing, which makes it a little treacherous. But yes, it is nice to see you here, Kathy. So, what are you looking at?
I don't know. The board.
He's the one who made me put the board back here. I had it back towards the window, and then he decided to move it forward and write things that he did not realize, and actually I didn't think about it either, would turn out backwards because of the way the phone records.
I should read the board.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Now he wants to read the board.
So this says next live in 2 weeks.
Kathy says it's snowing where she is.
Really?
In Missouri.
Is it snowing a lot?
Yeah, we haven't luckily had any snow. They were thinking there might be some.
Luckily.
Yeah, on Thanksgiving or this past weekend, but nothing yet.
His birthday is on Thursday.
Yes, he put that on here. I didn't tell him to do that.
This is his channel.
As if you didn't know.
My channel. And trivia question: what was Roy's first video?
Yes, I didn't prompt him with any of that stuff. He came up with the little trivia question thing himself. He's always thinking. No, just lightly. It's just lightly snowing there. I don't mind a little light snow, but I really don't like because we get like piles of it sometimes. I think Chris is thinking about your trivia question. The first video actually had 2 parts, so
It's kind of a trick question.
kind of a trick question, but
This chair is stuck on something.
it might be a piece of the flooring. Like it might be stuck on a little, I don't know. I'm not a carpenter, what do I know? But hopefully all of you who came in later, hopefully you guys had a good Thanksgiving. Nice and relaxing, hopefully, and enjoyable. As I said, we went out to a restaurant, which was about an hour and 15 minutes away. But we've been there before.
What was it called?
Chris said there's no snow there in Florida. Well, not yet. Give it time. The place that we went, Salem Cross Inn.
Yeah.
And we've been there before. It's like very old-timey. We were seated in the barn area because I guess it used to be a barn. And that's usually the place where we do sit when we go there. It's really nice. 66 degrees. I could deal with 66. Oh, you had Chinese food, Kathy?
I mean, not the worst.
No, I mean, actually, we had to go because we had 19 people in our group, so we had to go at 11:30 in the morning. So it was later. I didn't really have much in the house, and we were actually able to order. I think it was from IHOP, and I was like, I was shocked that they were open and delivering. Well, it went through DoorDash or Uber Eats or something, but I was just surprised that they were open. Okay, you're trying to hide your face? I don't blame you. I mean, yeah, it could go a little bit more.
Yeah.
There you go, that's better. But yeah, I was actually surprised. So, and my jaw had just started giving me some issues. Hi, Karen.
Hello.
We went to Perkins for Thanksgiving. Is that a restaurant, Chris? Yeah, it's so much easier. We used to do, I know I've mentioned it before, we used to do these big holiday parties, usually for Christmas, with like 50 people. So typically for Thanksgiving, we would go out because it was just easier.
I remember last Christmas, we had this, so we were downstairs, and downstairs we have like this really big room, and there was 3 tables, and it was kind of like a buffet kind of thing, and there was a huge amount of food that they made. It was pretty cool.
Yeah. Yeah, that was like the last big family dinner that we had, and that was the last one that Auntie was at before she passed away. Sort of like IHOP. Oh, okay. Yeah, we do order IHOP on occasion, and I would always one thing I don't get, like I would order the omelet and it comes with your choice of toast or I think fresh fruit. I don't know, it has like 4 options, but one of them is 3 pancakes. So being as cheap as I am, I'm like, I might as well get the 3 pancakes because that's worth a lot more than one piece of toast or some fruit. But lately I've stopped doing that because like you know, I have put a bit of weight back on that I need to get off. But also it was just like I was overdoing it for no reason, you know, just because I was being cheap and it was easy. But I thought it was weird because the last time we ordered, I got a nice piece of, I think it was multigrain toast, and it was one piece of toast. I'm like, how is it you get one piece of toast, but you could get 3 pancakes?
And
Seems
for
a
the
little,
same price.
yeah, yeah. So it seems a little weird, but
It was probably like really well prepared toast.
oh yeah, no,
From IHOP. It's
well, yeah. I mean, it was really good, but I would have expected at least 2 pieces of toast. But
yeah.
it's better for me than the 3 pancakes. Although I did see they had pumpkin pancakes, and I was very tempted to get those. Luckily, they did not come up as an option on there, so otherwise I might have given in. So what is everyone's plans for the weekend? Are you doing anything tomorrow?
Let me think. Well, tomorrow I don't have anything to do. But the week after on school, I have tryouts for the middle school basketball team.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'm pretty sure the week after that, the school week, I have tryouts for the rec basketball team. So I got a lot of basketball.
Yeah, a lot of tryouts. Have you been practicing? 'Cause I remember you were
Yeah.
practicing one time when I picked you up for a movie. Oh, pumpkin cinnamon rolls. You know me, anything pumpkin.
I saw him
Excuse me.
snacking on pumpkin seeds while he was watching
I don't know what we were watching.
I think it was
But
like
yeah.
crime stories or something. You were
Oh
watching
yeah, true
something
crime.
like that.
True
Yeah.
crime, probably. Yeah, I love that kind of thing. Like I did do like a couple of years ago now. It's hard to believe it's been almost 4 years since I've started my channel, like 3.5, a little over 3.5. But I did do cinnamon rolls back in the day, and then came up with other versions. Like think I did a maple and a pumpkin and an apple. Karen did some Black Friday shopping and eating leftovers. See, that's the one bad thing about going to a restaurant. We don't have any leftovers because I always loved making sandwiches afterwards with the turkey and cranberry sauce and things. But I never go Black Friday shopping. My brother used to do that kind of stuff. He's gone to Times Square and New Year's Eve. I'm like, crowds just don't do it for me. I'm not a crowd person. Plus, I don't do much shopping. It's like I usually maybe buy something for
That one.
that one. But I don't know. He usually doesn't enjoy what we buy him, so I think I'm just gonna give him some socks and underwear, and that way at least I know he'll use them. Did you get any good deals, Karen? I mean, I know that that's supposed to be the big draw is like things that are like really on sale. Like they have a few of those to get you into the store.
So if you're really cheap, why don't you go for the Black Friday deals where everything's on sale and everything is?
Because I'd rather do Cyber Monday, which is just online shopping because I don't like being out in crowds and
Oh, good lord.
listen, Grandpa Paul doesn't like it either. He doesn't like being in crowds. When somebody's walking up behind us, he makes us move over so they can get by because he doesn't like having people come up behind him. So don't come up behind him. He might, bam! You know, they flinch. Nice. I still have it. Why are you? It always seems like you're off on the edge there.
You can move over.
I can't. I'm stuck in the
Too slow.
ankle. Yeah. But anyway, hopefully you got some good deals, Karen, to make it worth braving the crowds. Yeah, I don't go shopping. I don't do a lot of shopping anymore. We only get a few gifts. But and I also used to love wrapping like very elaborately. Like you probably don't remember, but I used to like
Oh yeah.
use the hot glue gun and make bows and fans and flowers.
He used to spend hours wrapping one present.
Yeah, well, maybe not hours wrapping one,
Okay,
but decorate.
2 presents.
Yeah, okay, 2. I did get a good deal on sheets and a coffee maker, but not like it used to be. Yeah, I'm sure.
What's the point of Black Friday? Like, I know it exists, but like, it's just the cheat code.
Well, it's just like because the day after Thanksgiving was always considered the start of Christmas shopping, so they figured if they have Black Friday, like it mostly just started as sales, and to try to get people in the store, and then they'd say, oh well, let's start a little earlier, and some stores will start at like 6 in the morning, some even earlier, I've heard. Now Karen's waiting on Cyber Monday. Yeah, that's
What's
more my
Cyber
speed.
Monday?
It's kind of like Black Friday, but Black Friday started long before there was the internet. And so when people were able to shop online, they said, well, let's do our own version of Black Friday. So Cyber Monday is the Monday after Thanksgiving, where things are usually cheaper. So that's usually when my speed is
Buying a bunch of stuff on Cyber Monday.
online, yeah, but not a bunch.
A bunch.
Not a bunch.
Hundreds of thousands of things.
That's because you're pretty much the only one we buy for, so that's why you want us to buy hundreds and thousands of things.
Yep. Makes sense.
Yeah, but I have been watching a lot of like crafting videos for Christmas ornaments and Christmas gifts. So Paul's like, why are you torturing yourself watching all this stuff? I do want to try some of them. Actually, I threw away that snowflake that I made.
Because it was brown.
No, not because it was brown. There was a one thing that I tried that we'll probably try later. I got some lunch bags, and you glue 8 of them together, and then you cut little patterns into them, and then you open up, glue the 2 ends together, and you have like a big snowflake. So I made one of those. It was really cool. But then Paul said, why is it brown? So then I had to order white bags because I'm obsessive compulsive. And I was like, oh my God, I should have white ones. So I have white ones and brown ones. Now, actually, mixing the white and brown might be kind of cool. So, but we might try some of that later. But it makes like this big snowflake that would be great to hang in like the windows. But I really should have gotten smaller bags. Am I keeping you awake?
Yep.
Oh, I'm sorry. Did you need coffee?
Useless.
Did you want to get some coffee? Is that
Yeah.
what you're saying?
Yeah.
That's what I thought. But yeah, so we're going to be cramming as much stuff as we can into the day. As I said, we're going to watch Dear Santa, which looks really cute. If you don't know, it's on Paramount Plus, and it's got Jack Black in it. And it's about a boy who I guess is dyslexic. And he's writing a letter to Santa, and instead he writes Dear Satan. And Satan gets the letter, played by Jack Black, and then comes to try to corrupt the little boy and it looks like it's a lot of fun. So,
Dear Satan.
well, it's called Dear Santa, but he does label his letter Dear Satan because he mixes up his letters. And he sends it to the North Lope instead of the North Pole. He switches the L and the P.
The North Lope.
Yeah, so that looks good. And I'm sure some little punk is going to need popcorn with Parmesan on it.
Parmesan.
Yeah.
Parmesan. Yeah. Parmesan.
He, oh boy, he's really trying it today. But hopefully you guys have some fun plans for the weekend. We've been going for about a half an hour. We might slow, unless people have questions, we might
Question
end
time.
end it a little early. Just so we have our time to do all sorts of crafty things and movie things and whatnot.
And beat each other with TVs.
Oh, is that what we're doing?
You
Well,
watch Santa and Dear Santa.
Oh. Yeah, see, this is the kind of abuse that I take. But if no one has any questions or any other comments they'd like to make, I think we might just end it early. It's kind of a lazy day. I just decided I would come do the live since I didn't get to do a video. Oh, speaking of which, the reason I couldn't do a video is we had workers coming in very early all day, well, each day. We're finally getting almost everything back together. We've got the rooms done. We just need our stuff taken out of the containers. The guy had come and taken part of it out. And so we have part of our furniture back to normal. They just need to come Monday and put the rest of the things, bring the rest of the things in so then we can finally get back to normal. I finally don't feel like I'm trying to record in weird times and whatnot. But that's why there was no video yesterday, was because of all the turmoil and upheaval in the house. I just couldn't find time to get that recorded. And I think somebody needs some coffee.
Nap
Or at
time.
least or a nap. I
Nap
guess a
time.
nap. Okay, I'll watch the movie by myself.
Yep.
But I guess we will leave you there. And please don't forget to thumbs up the video. How big is your thumb? Wow, that is pretty. Holy crap! Wow. You do. His feet are like this big.
So my feet are as long as my forearm.
What size shoe do you wear?
10.5 in men's.
And he's 12. Just wait. His father, I think your father is like 15 or something, I think.
13.
13? I thought, for some reason, I thought it was 15.
And I'm like 5'5", 5'4".
Yeah,
Somewhere
he's
around.
also tall. He's going to be a tall one. He better not be taller than I am, though. I'm warning you. All right, so I guess we will leave you there so we can go make some fudge, watch a movie.
Be useless.
Be useless, in other words, apparently. And I hope that you guys have a good rest of your day, a good rest of your weekend. And, well, until next time, bye.